A very good afternoon and Jai Hind to all my dear students. Children, in this module of class 4 mathematics, we are going to understand two new concepts of the fraction, which are proper and improper fraction. So let us begin with the proper fraction. What is a proper fraction? As we all know that a fraction with the numerator less than the denominator is called a proper fraction. A proper fraction is always greater than 0 but less than 1. For example, 3 by 5 is a proper fraction. Here we can see in this example that 3 is a numerator which is less than the denominator which is 5. So 3 by 5 is a right example of the proper fraction. And the second line also says that the proper fraction, let's say the example which we have taken, which is 3 by 5, it is greater than 0, absolutely it is greater than 0, but 3 by 5 is also less than 1. So this another thing which you have to keep in mind, okay, while studying about the proper fraction. Let's move further. Proper fractions that have 1 as the numerator are also called unit fractions. Okay, this we also know that the unit fractions are also called the proper fraction. So here one example we have taken, which is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is a proper fraction because the numerator, which is 1, is smaller than the denominator, which is 3, and simultaneously 1 by 3 is a unit fraction also because here 1 is the numerator. So we all know that the fraction is called a unit fraction which has 1 as its numerator. So 1 by 3 is a proper fraction and a unit fraction as well, right? So I have taken one more example for you. While 2 by 3 is also a proper fraction. 2 is smaller than 3, right? Numerator is less than the denominator, it is a proper fraction. But 2 by 3 is a non-unit fraction. Here, since the numerator is not 1, it is 2 by 3, right? So it will be called a non-unit fraction. So till here it is clear that the unit fraction is also called a proper fraction, okay, and apart from the unit fraction, all the proper fraction, okay, will be called non-unit fraction. So a non-unit fraction has a numerator that is not 1. So I hope the concept of proper fraction is absolutely clear to everyone. Let's move further. So now students, we will understand that what is an improper fraction. A fraction that has the numerator greater than or equal to the denominator is called an improper fraction, right? An improper fraction is equal to or greater than 1. So as I told you that for a fraction to be the improper fraction, its numerator should be either greater than or equivalent to the denominator. I have shown you this by an example, which is 5 by 4. I have taken one example, and here in this example, children, we can see that 5 is a numerator which is greater than, okay, greater than the denominator, which is 4. So this is an example of an improper fraction. Now we will understand more about improper fraction through some diagrams. So here children, as you can see that there are two holes, right? I have taken two holes, and here each hole is put into 4 equal parts, okay. This is also divided into 4 equal parts, and this is also divided into 4 equal parts. And here we can see that in both the holes, some part of the holes have been shaded, okay, and some parts are non-shaded. And now we have to show the improper fraction with the help of these two holes. So here 5 is the numerator. So how did we get this numerator? We know that we have two holes, out of which the number of the shaded parts are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So here 5 is our numerator, which is the total number of shaded parts, and the denominator, which we have 4, it means it represents the number of equal parts in each hole. Since the each hole has been divided into 4 equal parts, that is why the number of equal parts in each hole is 4, and 4 is the denominator here, right? So we have understood that how we can show 5 by 4, okay, through a diagram or through a mathematical model. Now we will see one more example of the improper fraction. Now children, I have taken one more example of the improper fraction, which is 8 by 4. So let us see how we can represent 8 by 4 through a diagram or a mathematical model. So here again, to represent 8 by 4, I have taken two holes. Okay, these are two holes, and here each hole is put into 4 equal parts. Okay, this is divided into 4 equal parts, and this hole is also divided into 4 equal parts. Here, what is the meaning of 8? That means 8 is representing which part of the fraction? We have to understand first. So here 8 is the number of the shaded parts, right? So 8 is the number of the shaded parts. Since we can see that in both the holes, okay, all the parts have been shaded, so we have to write 8 over here, because we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 parts, okay, shaded in both the holes. So that is why 8 is our numerator. And how we will decide the denominator? Denominator in this improper fraction is the number of equal parts in each hole, right? So in both the holes, as we can see that both the holes have been divided into 4 equal parts, right? So 4 will be our denominator. So here 8 by 4, okay, is equals to 2. As you can see, we have 2 holes, right? So that is why 8 by 4 is an improper fraction. So children, you have understood the concept of the proper and the improper fraction, right? So just go through the page number 22 and page number 23 in your mathematics book, right? And we will be meeting with one more concept of the fraction, which is mixed fraction, in another module. So till then, understand and revise the concept of proper and improper fraction. Jai Hind and take care.